quiet, gentlemen, here we go. I'm taping. Hello. So here's what, this is true. I have, weirdly enough, it rarely happens in this class. I don't get people confused in this class, but in A period, I have Kira and Kayla. And literally they sit in the same table group. They're both very smart. It doesn't matter what test it is. I give it back to the wrong person every single time. If you held a gun to my head and it's like, which one's Kira, which one's Kayla? I'm pretty certain this is Kira and that's Kayla. Did I get that right? Thank God. That was a luck. That was just luck. Same thing. I'm better now, but in the very beginning, Jackie and Dahlia both had they both come from Algebra 2 Trig. They both do really, really well, and I would give them each other's. They're like that. The other way. So let's say I felt bad about that, right? I felt bad, and I've decided I'm going to give these ladies a gift, and I have two ways to give them a gift, right? Gift number one is that I've decided I'm going to spend some money with this new work that I'm doing. I'm going to get an extra $10,000, and I have decided to give each of these girls $2,500 because all year I've called them by the wrong name. Now I am just going to walk through the hallway with my little bag of money, and when I see one of them, I hand them $2,500. In this case, it doesn't matter who I find first or who I find last. They all get the same amount of money. I walk up and I see one first, there's $2,500. See the last one, $2,500, all good. But let's say I wanted to have a little fun with it and I wanted to kind of make it a little Hunger Games, right? And instead, I texted them in the middle of third period and I said, I don't care what you have to do and who you have to hurt or push out of the way. The first person who makes it to me gets $5,000, and the next person who makes it to me gets $3,000, and the third person gets $1,500, and the last person gets $500. In that case, the order in which they get to me matters. So this could be one way of ordering them. But you know what? This is a whole nother way of doing it. It's a whole second option. Or this is a third option. And I haven't changed the money and I haven't changed the girls. All I'm doing is changing the order of how they fight their way to me. When we change the order of something and each time it's a new option, that has a name. And the name that you're going to write on the back of your paper is called permutation. Yeah, you guys are up. You guys are coming up. You are on it. Oh, permutation. I think you're on it. I got all of you. Yeah, it's a permutation. And here's what. It's a way to calculate the sample space. That means all of your choices. A sample space when order, underline that, matters. And you're going to be watching for words like this. You're going to be watching for words like arrange. How many ways could I arrange the girls? Or how many different arrangements can I make? Or how many different ways can I order the girls, right? When you see those words, it will be a permutation, a way to calculate the sample space when order matters. It's a permutation. Tomorrow we're going to do a thing called combination, and it will be when order doesn't matter, right? So today is permutation. So here we go. We're going to flip back to the front side. Here comes our first problem. And we have the worst club ever. Cohen, Tyler, Noah, Andreas, and Ben I've been elected president, vice president, treasurer, secretary, and social director of the worst club ever, the Breakout Club. How many different ways can I arrange these guys? So I am going to tell you, when we do permutations, there's two ways to do it. The first way to do it, let me get rid of this, is what I call old school. Old school means it's kind of the fundamental counting principle. It's what we just did on the opener. That will work. The other way I'm going to call it is fancy school. And you will like this way, but it doesn't always, let me spell that right, it doesn't always work as easily. Okay, so we're going to start with old school. And old school says this: how many jobs are there for this club? How many different offices? Count them. 5. There are 5. We will be making 5 choices. We're going to have an election in here. And I'm going to be raising hands. I'm going to say, okay, these are the guys running for the office, president. So we're going to have 5 different voting opportunities. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 different officers. Now, how many names are going to be on the ballot for president? 5. These 5 dudes, right? Now, let's say that Cohen gets elected. Yay! I can't pick him now. So how many options do I have for vice president? 4. That is Noah. So how many are left for treasurer? There are 3. That is my friend Andres. How many are left for secretary? That's 2. That's Ben. And poor Tyler has the worst job because he's got to try to find, people who want to hang out with the math club, and no one does. So he just won. That is called a permutation, and we times all of those. So do that with your little calculator right now. Can you do all of the problems tonight like this? Yes, you can. Am I going to show you a cool little calculator array? Yes, I am. Yes, even easier. It will be a factorial, but it will do all the work for you because we're going to have some that look like this. 35, 34, 33. I'm not going all the way down. I'm just stopping there. So the thing in the calculator will just stop there. But you're right. And people are like, fine. If you go all the way to 1, you get factorial. Beautiful. Okay. What if you're like Miss T? I don't like doing that much math. I'm a baby. Then there's a second way to do it. Now, I used to be honest, this is the 3rd time in my entire 35-year career that I don't teach the formula because we now have cheap calculators that will do it. But you're going to learn a new button on your calculator. It's so exciting. It's called the permutation button. And it looks like this. You're going to write this down. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to fill this little thing out. It's going to look like this on your test. This is all the math you'll have to show me because your calculator is going to do the rest in a minute. You're going to need to put some numbers right here. So the question is, how many boys are available for the ballot? 5 boys. And how many positions are there available? 5. This is called a 5-pick 5. And wouldn't it be nice if your calculator would just do that for you? And it will. So the first thing I want you to know is if you've got your calculator out and if it's a graphing, you're going to go under math, under probability. I want you guys to hit the button PRB. So hit the little PRB button and you should see this on your calculator. Does everyone see that? Everyone seeing that? I'm going to walk around and show you. Yeah, PRB. Got it? Yeah? You guys got it? Yeah. You guys got it? You guys did? Okay, so how do we put it in our calculator? We're going to push the button very carefully. Need help shave your nose? Okay. So you two guys. Oh, that's awesome. Mine has probability. You have probability. So what you're going to do, I'm going to show you. So, I'm going to show you. So the first thing we have to do, clear out your calculator. Get it all clear so I have nothing showing. This is the trick, is the right order. Remember, we know the answer to this problem. The answer was 20 times 6. The answer is 120. We want our calculator to do it for us. So here we go. You ready? Push in the 5 first. Just a random ass 5. Push in the 5. Now we need to tell it what to do. So now we're going to go to that PRB button. Push in the PRB. The NPR should kind of be highlighted. Hit enter. And now we need to hit the last 5. Do you see what it's done? It's got 5. That's going to go in for the N. Then it's got the NPR. And then the last 5 now hit equal. And you all should get a magical 120. 120. Perfect. Love that. That's a 5 hit 5. That's even nicer than mine. Leah, did you get it? 120? Yeah. Girls in the back. Yeah? We're good? We're good. You guys got in the back? 120? Yeah? So let's try one more before we roll on. Could you all do this one? It's called an 8-pick 2. Use your calculator. I want to make sure you know how to, because if you do it in the wrong order, the calculator will lie to you. 8. Everyone good with the 56? Are we okay? Okay. So let's try some. You ready? So here's what happened. Turns out what I didn't tell you about that pre-calc club is I'm paying those guys $100 a month to be in that club, right? So now first period's like, screw it, we're taking over the club. And they go and they beat these guys up, and now they want to hold their own elections, right? But they all want to be officers because the officers get $100 a month. So people are fighting for this. So here's the question. There are 37 kids in first period. If any of them could be any of the 5 officers, but they can't hold, you can't use them over and over again, how many different combination choices are there? So you can set this up in one of 2 ways. Old school looks like this. Let's go old school. How many people could be president? How many people are in class? 37. But once I've used one of them, how many are left for vice president? 36. Then 35. Now, if you're thinking, Miss T, I don't want to do all that math, then you can set it up this way. Remember what this is. The people who want the job are the total amount of options and the spaces you have. So do it either way you want, but figure out when it's just 5 kids, it's not that many. But when it's 37 kids and I can mix them all around, it's a ton, like millions. Millions. Yep. It's a big ass number, 52 million. Yeah, because every time I mix someone around, it's a whole nother choice. You should have gotten something of about 52 million choices. It's crazy. It's crazy how big it gets. Yeah? Okay, let's try another one. Okay, nice and easy. You're doing this one all alone. You can do it right on your thing. It's on. Did you guys see? Are you guys so good? Oh my God, did I not give you guys the thing? I'm like, God, you guys are doing so much work. You're doing the Aaliyah one right now by yourself. Doing the Aaliyah one. Aaliyah's got 5 paintings and they're all good. We're putting them all up, but you're gonna rearrange them. You want to see your cat painting first? You want to see your elephant painting first? So, 5, big 5? I know that's right. Should be nice to say first. What if we got set up? You 120? We good on 120? Everyone good? 5, 120? Okay, so girls in the back, we're stepping up our game now. We got Nathan, and he turns out is not a very good artist. Please come back. And there it goes. Come on. He has 15 paintings, but they suck. And they're only going to put up 3. One is a self-portrait. One is a picture of his foot. And one is a picture of his cat. So what I want to know is, how are you going to arrange these? But he's giving you 15 to choose from, right? So here's what we got, old school. What are your options here? What are your options here? What are your options here? Yes.
My sister's
A way to think about it is you have 15 choices and you're going to pick 3 of them. That's why I call it 15 to 3, right? So wait, come here. I'm sorry. Are they doing this because I am not yet in the Aries? Do you know? Okay, so here we go. We're gonna get a little trickier. Okay, so that's the introduction. Here we go. A little bit trickier. Same problem, not tricky. Do the first one. Nice and easy, nothing weird. You can do it old school, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or you can do it fancy school. But I need everyone to get a number on this one, because then we're going to start messing with these guys a little bit. And it looks like you can't use the letters more than once. So once I use a T, out of it. It's what? And if you're like, Miss T, did you have to make them all 120? I did. I don't know why. Okay. But now, because once I use the T, I can't use them again, so now I'm checking the I-G-E-R. Does that make sense? And once I use the T and the I, then I must have flipped it. Okay? Okay. I need everyone's attention now. This is our last part of today, but this is where it gets weird. Sometimes things look like permutations, and they're off a little bit. So this is why, girls in the back, Armani, this part is tricky, so I need you to walk down this next part. If you learn anything from me today, it's this. When in doubt, go old school. Trying to force it into that P thing doesn't always work. So here's what we're doing on this next problem. We are going to arrange the letters the exact same. And you're like, Miss T, didn't we just do this? And we didn't, because now I can use T over and over and over and over again. I could go T, 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 T. So when it doesn't look like a typical one, when we have it kind of weird, I want you to do it the old way that we started with today, with doing these spots. Think about it. How many choices do you have for this guy? How many choices for this guy? How many choices for that guy? Do it now. How many choices for the second? How many choices for the second? Because I can do it.
So this is like the third time this night you guys asked me, would you like, would you rather? Like, what?
No, because it's not losing one. Remove it because five That's what I'm saying. When it starts to mess up and it's weird, like you can repeat them or see these other ones like it's in a weird state, then you
I would too. Mine is so cool. Oh, you have to like cut holes. I think it's worth it.
I got way you better be able to
Okay, are we good?
They're not.
So here's what I want you to take away. Repeats don't fit the regular way, so we jump back to old school, fundamental counting, which means how many options for this guy? 5. But I can use the same letters again. 5. And I can use the same letters again. 5 and 5 and 5. So we're going to have 5 to the 5th or 3,100 and what? Thank you. Yeah, are we okay? Okay. We're going to skip the next 2 because we're going to do that tomorrow because I think your brains are going to explode. We're going to jump to this last one. So when in doubt, we're going to go old school. So I am going to say to you, now I had someone who this really got in their head. So I'm going to actually ask you guys to turn your papers over. Are you okay? Because we're going to change this up a little bit. So I've got letters A, B, C, and D. I would like to know, just straight permutation, how many different ways can I arrange those 4 letters in 4 ways? How many different arrangements are there? Is it any repeating? No. You will only repeat when I use the word repeat. Just how many? Yeah, they can't repeat. Just how many ways could I arrange these letters? So either make it a permutation or go line, line, line. And I think someone actually said it was 24. No repeating, just a basic one. Okay. Everyone got an answer they like on this one? Just a basic way. Here we go. I'm going to go old school, but you can do this one as a permutation. I got 4 choices, 3 choices, 2 choices, 1 choice, or 4 pick 4. Either way, I end up with 24. Are we good? Okay, let's step it up a little bit. What if I could repeat? Do it now. What if I could repeat? Remember, repeating, we can't use this guy anymore. Okay, if I can repeat, it's 4 to the fourth power. What is 4 to the fourth power? 256? We're good? 256? Okay, here's where this is gonna get weird. Are you ready? Listen carefully on this next one. What if I wanted whatever order I figured out, I wanted it to end in a vowel. I want all of my different options to end in a vowel. So let's look at the very last spot. How many choices do I have for him? 1. I have used up A. How many choices does that give me for the first spot now? 3. How many choices for the second spot? No repeating. 2. How many choices for the last spot? 1. So when they start getting weird, when they start saying, oh, wait, you have to have a weird number, letter or something somewhere, you have to go old school. So this is the last one we're going to do, and then I'm shutting up. What if I said this? I would like to know all the different arrangements we can do. No repeats, but the first letter must be a C or a D. So try it on your paper right now. The first letter has to be a C or a D. And then after that, it's your call. No repeats. So draw your lines. Think of how many choices you got for that first space. Then think what that does for the second, third, and fourth. Give it a try. This is as hard as it gets, but this is pretty trippy. I think it's 2, 3, 2, 1, I think. Because after I've used up, let's say I used a C here and an A here, that would give us 2, like a beautiful here, right? Beautiful, nicely done, nicely done. 2, 3, 2, 1? Yes, 2, 3, 2, 1? 2 choices on the beginning for C and D. I've used something, let's say I use C. How many are left to choose from? Use this guy, let's say. How many are left for the next one? 2, 1. So my thing is, whenever you're confused, go back old school. This way always works. The P works a lot, but this way always works. Are we cool? Is everybody good? If you're listening on tape, do the odd ones. Skip 9, 11, and 17, and I'm about to help you guys do it. Bye, everybody.